outside of the gym is where the biggest problem lies with clients. Okay? It's what happens when you leave the gym. Anyone can go buy personal training, go buy a gym membership, and they can go and eat semi-healthy. All right, when they're at the gym and when they leave the gym, they get their protein shake in, they eat healthy around those 3 or 4 hours. But what happens when you're outside of the gym? Okay, we're going to go into it in a minute, but did you know that the average client is going to spend anywhere from 3 to 5 hours in the gym per week? Okay, that leaves another 163 hours outside of the gym. What are you doing outside of the gym to ensure that you stay fit? What are you doing on the weekends? What are you doing when you get home? And most importantly, what is in your kitchen and what are you eating when you get home? Here we go, guys. We're about to jump into it. Stay tuned. Write it down. If you do not write it down, how are we going to fix it? Got to identify what is holding you back. Write it down. Okay? If we can eliminate what's holding you back, how would that change your life? Okay? If we could eliminate the stress, the lack of working out, and the diet problem you're having, right? How would that change your life? Write it down. Okay? And last is, how important is it to you to reach your goals from 1 to 10? Okay? 1 being, I stumbled across this video because somebody showed me it and, I don't really want to do anything, right? 10 being, look, I'm ready to do this. I've been telling myself that I'm going to do this forever. I've had that mental block that's not allowed me to do it lately, but I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm a 10 all the way. Whatever it is, you rate yourself right now, and we're going to see just how committed you are. So, let's go into the plan. Okay, you have your goals. Now let's look at how we're going to actually get you to achieve your goals, right? So the first thing is first, the major thing is obviously getting your diet right, okay? And I'm going to go into your meals and stuff and whatnot in a minute, but your diet is by far the most important thing in it, right? You can go to the gym every day and kill yourself, but if your diet's not right, no, there's no way. I mean, like I said, I didn't figure this up, but you can figure out how many times you eat and how many times you go to the gym. And I assure you, if you eat bad, you can see the huge difference in calories of how much you're burning and how much you're consuming. So let's start consuming the correct calories, the right foods, and let's get you on the right track. So number 2 is ensure you're on a workout routine, okay? You should be going to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week. And I typically tell you guys to schedule some type of gym session, whether it be grabbing one of my 15-minute workouts and doing the 15-minute workout and then doing like 15 minutes cardio after. Typically, if you go and do that after a 15-minute workout, you're going to be doing like 45 minutes cardio because you're going to be, you're going to be on your own. You'll go and do some cardio. You'll automatically be motivated. But I try to tell you guys to make sure you schedule something on the weekend because what typically happens is if you don't commit to some type of physical activity on the weekends, you're less likely to do something physically activity on the weekends. I mean, it's just common sense. It's facts, okay? But if you go to the gym, you get the gym going, what happens? Your energy levels start to go up. Your body starts to, you start to get inspired yourself. And then most likely when you leave the gym, it's, you're going to go grab the kids and make it a beach day. Or you're going to go, grab your boyfriend or girlfriend and, go do something for the weekend. Or, if you don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend or kids, maybe you're going to go play baseball with some friends or basketball or football with some friends, whatever you're going to do. Going to the gym, committing on a Saturday or committing on a Sunday, it's going to make you that much more likely to not only burn and get ahead because guess what? Before, you weren't working out on Saturday, Sunday, right? So you're automatically going to be progressing in that, okay? But the most thing that we want to get out of it is we want to get the after effect, the energy effect. We want you focused on healthy, burning calories, being active, eating healthy. And that's what the gym is going to reiterate. So it's perfect to do that. Make sure you have that on the weekends for you guys. Schedule something. It doesn't have to be both days, like I said. A rest day isn't bad. You need a rest days. But schedule some for the weekend. And last one right here, we need identify the other 163 hours of the week and determine the activities that could be moving you forward as well as understanding the bad habits. So if we look at bad habits, again, if you lay around on the couch and watch TV all day, if you eat junk food on Saturdays because it's your cheat day, okay, if you go drink at the beaches all day, or if you go party at night, okay, these are bad habits. These are things that are pushing you back that you don't even see, okay, and then determine the activities that can be moving you forward. So going to the beach, going to a theme park, going on the jet skis, going on boat, uh, baseball, softball leagues, bowling, things that are going to get you out and get you moving. You're not just sitting there just staring at a box, This is not going to help you at all. So let's get to it, guys. Moving forward, the diet. Okay, let's break this down a little bit more. I know all of you have heard, like it says up here, diet's 80%. Okay? Everyone said this, and the reason it's said so much is it's actually a true statement. Okay? This is not one of those things that are like, this pill is the best thing in the world. Okay? It's probably not true, right? 80% of losing weight is diet, and that is true. Okay? Diet is the one thing that is holding over 90% of you back, and some of you don't even realize it due to the society we live in, right? You have McDonald's, you have, Starbucks. People think that Starbucks is like healthy alternative, so they go there and they eat Starbucks, and same thing with like some of these other, restaurants and stuff, Chick-fil-A and Zaxby's, and I think they give off the vibe that they're super healthy, and then they're loaded with salts and carbs, and I mean, guys, we gotta focus on the diet. We gotta get you guys eating correctly. I promise you, once you make the switch once you do it for 2 weeks, the minute you switch back and you try to eat a McDonald's burger or something, your body's gonna feel it, and you're not gonna want to eat like that anymore. You're gonna keep on the healthy once you get there. So let's get to that. Moving forward, your diet control not only your health, but will also completely control your energy levels. Okay? Your results of the gym, stress, and even your activities outside of the gym. So then bad diets equals bad habits. And it's true. If you have a good diet, guess what? You're most likely motivated. You're most likely going to go to the gym. And guess what? You're most likely going to indulge in activities that are not going to result in bad diets, right? Equaling bad habits. So let's get you guys thinking the right way. Let's move forward a little bit. And let's look at the common mistakes made with dieting. So, number one mistake is starving and skipping breakfast. Okay, this is the huge one. What happens when you wake up, you go to work, and you don't eat breakfast? You wake up, start your day, but you don't eat breakfast. Okay? Mike, I'm not hungry. Okay? I'm not hungry. I wake up, I'm not really hungry. Of course you're not. Your metabolism hasn't kicked in. But what happens when you wake up and you skip breakfast? You know what happens is immediately you get your body to start starving itself. And it goes into that starvation mode where it starts storing the fat you have on your body. The stuff you're ready to get rid of, that jiggly stuff, the fat. It's going to start storing it and saving that stuff for you. That way it's there for you, Just in case you want to keep all that fat on your body, you go ahead and skip breakfast. Because what it does is it doesn't get your metabolism going in the morning. Which meaning you're burning less calories throughout the day, so you're helping the fat a little bit more staying on your body, right? And most importantly, you're not building muscle, right? It starts saving the fat and burning your muscle. Okay, it's the opposite of what we want to do. So you have to eat breakfast. I don't care if you guys want to swap it around. In a minute, I'm going to show you guys the schedule of how you should be eating. Okay, you can flip-flop this schedule around to make it however you want, but you got to eat when you wake up, even if it's the snack first, like I said, and like I'll show you in a minute. Okay, but that's the main thing. Do not skip breakfast, and you guys will see the difference when you wake up and you eat something. In a few hours, you're going to be hungrier again. All right. And then you'll eat. And then what's going to happen? You're going to eat a little bit bigger lunch because now you're a little bit more hungry because your metabolism's going boom, boom, boom throughout the day. What happens at dinner? By dinner time, because you've been eating all day, typically you're starved. Or you're not starved, you're starved. You're full. So guess what happens? You typically don't overeat. The people who have a good breakfast and eat throughout the day and eat those 5 to 6 meals. Typically, do not overeat at night. For one, your body starts to get used to eating smaller meals, so when you do a huge meal, you either get full before you finish the meal or you feel like shit, so you think twice about doing it again. But you'll see as we move down this list how everything just plays a role, right? It's almost like, the winning team versus the losing team. The team that's losing is making most likely the most bad, the bad decisions. Maybe they're not the skilled team, but what decisions are they really making that's causing them to be the losing team, right? The winning team, however, what are they doing? They're practicing every day. They're just continuing to fill their fire, continuing to just, add wood to their fire and continuing to move forward. So everything you want to do, every little step in this seminar is to get you to move forward in small steps, but overall on a lot of things, right? Because if you slowly start to change just small things here, you're going to notice over time a massive, massive difference. And this is where the breakthrough comes in. Okay? Number 3 we go into is consuming the wrong foods. Okay? Fast foods, eating carbs at night, eating the wrong things at night. People think that they have to, and going into the overeating, I might as well just throw it in. Number 4, people think dinner has to be like a feast, right? You have to celebrate for dinner. Let's feast. Give me some alcohol. Give me some cookies and ice cream to go with my feast. Again, you're just pushing yourself backwards. Every time you do it, you push yourself backwards, right? But like I said, if you're doing 5 to 6 meals a day and you're eating the right meals, then you're probably not consuming the wrong types of food, right? You're probably not overeating because you're not hungry as it gets later in the night because you've already been eating smaller foods and now you get full easier. So you're not indulging in the overeating, right? And as long as you're going to the gym, you're probably not thinking about snacks and junk food too much, right? Because you're, suffering in the gym or, putting in your time and your work in the gym to get this thing going forward. Why do you want to mess it up on ice cream and overeating at night, right? It's stupid. So let's move forward. Dependent on supplements, okay? This, to me, it's hard for me even to speak nicely on it because there's so many supplements going out, and I've tried a bunch of them, and honestly the only supplements that I'll ever recommend to somebody is going to be like proteins that are light in sugar, maybe some of the newer style intro post amino acids where you kind of sip on it through your workout. If you're trying to lose weight, I wouldn't do all the crazy heart racing stuff. Maybe like a CLA product. If you guys go to any health supplement store and just tell them what's the best CLA product they have, CLA. Those are good to help you lose fat, but not, a lot of the other stuff in today's it's a market, guys. It's a picture of a fit person on there. It doesn't mean that fit person even takes that supplement. So I want you guys to really just focus on clean, organic type foods. You don't have to shop fully organic or fully gluten-free, but you want to stay away from some of these, crazy supplements. You don't need to be using them, right? You don't need to be using meal replacement shakes. I mean, unless you're just, let's say breakfast, you can't get breakfast going, so you want to use a meal replacement shake for breakfast because it's easier, bam, that's fine, but not so much on your dinner and your lunch. You don't want to be really dependent on these shakes, and I don't say to do them every day. I tell you guys, because you're going to want to have your shakes after your workout as well. So try not to get too dependent, but you do need to be, putting in your protein shakes. Protein shakes, to go ahead and get everyone on the same page here, it's not going to make you bulk up. It's not going to make you look like the Hulk in a day, okay? Protein's going to help you recover. It's going to help you not be so sore, and it's going to help you get to the next level, okay? And talking about the supplements, the crazy thermogenics and all these crazy things that boost your blood sugars and all the crazy shit that they do is going to tie us right into this next one right here. Consuming too much sugars and salts, okay? So eating sugars and the salts, guys, is something that's really unseen. We went to a Japanese restaurant last night in Jacksonville, over at the beaches, and it was funny. He was he did the fried rice, and I'm like, you know what? I guess, yeah, I don't know why I said yes to fried rice, but I did. I'm admitting to it. But if you don't admit to it, you can't fix the problem, right? So we're sitting there, and this is one of those Japanese places, that they cook in front of you. It's like the fire's going off, and they're cooking right in front of you. And he puts this whole huge thing of rice on the plate or on his pan or whatever, and he starts, you know, stirring it up and whatever, and then he pulls out his salt thing and he starts putting some salt on it. And like I noticed that he just keeps going. And I look to the left and I see my girlfriend. She's not her diet plan is not like allowed to have sugars and salts in it. She has to have everything is salt free and everything is, low sugars because she's trying to get, now she's at a point where her body fat is low and now she has to basically get that body fat even, or she has to keep her diet even stricter because now everything she eats that's bad will affect her where she will see it in her body because she's at that point. You'll get to that point too, but the sugars and the salts. This guy is sitting here and he's putting sugar over and he puts pepper and he's like, "I'm gonna give you guys some more love," and he grabs the salt thing and he gives it like another 10 shakes, and I'm just like, at this point, she's looking at me like with her mouth dropped, like, "Oh my God, you're eating that rice. You can't eat. That's all you." And I'm just laughing. I'm like, "You better tell him for the steaks." And it was funny that a couple of the people that I was with were like, "You're worried about salts and sugar. You come here." I'm like, that's when it really struck me. It's like people don't realize. You don't realize when you go into your refrigerator, you go into your cabinet, and you pick up let's say you pick up a can of salt foods or salt foods. Let's say you pick up a can of SpaghettiOs or something. Look at the milligrams of salt that is in that. Sodium that's just caked in these foods. And it's the same way when you go out to eat. They don't even, it's all about the taste. They want you to have that experience. They're not concerned with your health. I need you to be concerned with your health, okay? And start making good decisions when you're shopping, okay? Moving forward, we're going to talk about drinking alcohol, okay? This is the worst one, right? This causes the motivation to drop. This causes everything to just drop, okay? This is one of the main things that you want to try to avoid. If you do drink and you're going to drink on the weekends, come on. You got to keep it. You got to drink in moderation, right? You got to drink small. You can't go crazy every night and expect to make massive shifts in the gym. It's just not going to happen. So let's move forward a little bit and let's go over a healthy diet. So first up here we have breakfast, a snack, a lunch, a snack, a dinner, and then an optional snack, okay? So you guys are going to see here, this is your 5 to 6 meals a day. And like I said before, this is just an example of what we have here. And also, if you guys, you have an issue eating in the mornings and you'd rather do a shake than your breakfast, that's fine. You can replace the shake with your breakfast. No issues on that. And then the goal again here with with your diet is to keep where you're eating more in the mornings and less at night before you go to bed, right? If you're feeling hungry, you have that optional snack, which is your protein shake or your bar with water.